Hi everyone, this is Anna Peters and welcome to Why Provizion Global. I'd like to announce the owners to my left, co-founder and CEO Rick Nelson, who has decades in the industry, and to the far right, co-founder and president George Renninger. And the three founding IBOs, myself, Anna Peters, Bill Greenman and Darlene Grinley. I'd like to hand you over to Stephen Spence, who's going to say a few words.
Thanks, Anna. And by way of introduction, Anna has over 35 years' experience in the health and wellness sector, specialising in genetic research and consulting. She has invested decades in researching the latest scientific breakthroughs and wellness trends, having been a regular speaker at international conferences and symposiums, including Harvard University and international sporting events. Simultaneously, Anna has worked in direct marketing for 33 years and has developed a profitable corporate coaching career. Anna participated in the launch of new markets, including being based in Southeast Asia, developing teams generating over 300,000 consistent monthly volume. Anna's education and achievements include specializations in science, nutrition, human genetics, and even back-to-back national martial arts championship titles. Anna's fierce determination and energy is equally balanced by her open heart, sharing nature, and her regular encouragement of others to reach for the stars.
Well, thank you, Stephen. Thank you for that. So we are all gathered here tonight to listen to why Provizion Global. Well, Provizion Global have brought to market an incredible product called GSH+, which stands for the scientific term for glutathione. And I'd like to get into, it's a wellness product. I had a look at some industry comparisons, and let's talk about the current figures just before COVID were oil and gas at $3.3 trillion, the steel industry at $2.5 trillion, and those of you who don't know my husband Stephen, who was just speaking, he's been involved in the steel industry for over 25 years and has moved over to the wellness industry, because if you have a look at the figures, it's currently at $4.5 trillion. So why do I believe that Provizion Global as a company is going to be a billion-dollar company? Well, in the current market, we have what I believe is a product disruptor. We have a breakthrough product, and the timing is perfect for what this product does, and we'll go into that in a moment, and because the price point is perfect. So Provizion 1 million is the goal for the company. We want to help people with their financial and health and using Provizion GSH+. And let's talk about what this product is. So the new scientific health breakthrough. When I look at this image, and I look at the top image and I think, wow, we are exposed to so many toxins in the air we breathe and everything we eat and drink. And I don't want to be exposed to everything that's out there. I want to be able to protect my natural defense system. I want to be those two pictures down the bottom. I want to be those two people. I want to be fit and healthy all the time, no matter what's happening around me. So let's take a closer look at why is Provizion GSH+ a breakthrough. Well, number one, because of this formula, we have zero competition. It is a standalone formula, and we'll go into a little bit more detail in a moment. It's a one-of-a-kind formula. It's a new technology. It's new breakthrough. It's a nutrigenomic product, which means it's nutrition for your DNA. It has a nutrigenomic effect. And the price point is very, very reasonable. They've been able to deliver this product to market at a breakthrough price. Doctors all over the world are talking about glutathione, and we've known about it since the 1880s, but we have not been able to work out a delivery system to be able to get it back inside our cells. And so if you even do a quick Google search, you'll find that some interesting videos on glutathione, well-renowned doctors are very well known all over the world talking about this phenomenon. So what is glutathione? It's produced naturally by every cell in the body. It's one of the world's most powerful antioxidants, and it lives inside your body. It's the most efficient detoxifier in your body. It strengthens your natural defense system. That is its job, and also to reduce cellular inflammation. It protects you against oxidative stress, which I will go into further detail a little bit later on in the presentation. So let's take a look at this slide. Research and science shows us that low glutathione levels is present in 74 major diseases. And I'm not saying that Provizion GSH+ is a product. We do not make any claims. It does not treat, cure, or diagnose. But when I look at the slide where it says that These people that have all these illnesses have one thing in common, and that is that they all have low levels of glutathione. So naturally, the first thing I would think of is, well, naturally I want to be able to keep my glutathione levels high, not low. So what does the Public Medical Library say? The Public Medical Library says that we have over 159,000 articles supporting how beneficial and how critical glutathione is to our system, to our cell, to every cell in the body. We do know that we have over 40,000 articles on vitamin C, so you can see that it's something that is, glutathione is something that we have known about for a long time. So did you know that the human body contains trillions of cells? We create 40 billion new cells every day, and every single one of them needs glutathione. Let's take a closer look. So if we're born with glutathione, why are our glutathione levels dropping so fast? We lose 10 to 15% per decade starting at the age of 20. So every 10 years we're losing our glutathione stores. And did you know that autistic children are born with extremely low levels of glutathione compared to 100% in a healthy child? That's extraordinary information. Have a look at the image. You can see we're born with it. We've got very high levels, and about the age of 25 we start to decline. So our levels start to drop. So we need to take a look at what is causing the drop of our glutathione stores. What causes the decline? Well, aging does, toxins do, stress, alcohol, smoking if you do that, a poor diet, sun exposure from radiation and sleep deprivation all adds up to the decline of glutathione. Now, as I said before, we've known about it since the 1880s. We just couldn't work out a way to get it back inside our system. We cannot get it from food. It's impossible to eat food and get glutathione in our cells. But if we could raise our glutathione levels, what would be the benefits? We would get a feeling of increased of energy, slowing down of the aging process, reducing muscle and joint discomfort, strengthening our natural defense system, detoxifies the liver and the cells. The liver has about 1,000 times more glutathione in it than in any other cell in the body. Every organ and every cell in your body depends on glutathione. It improves mental focus and clarity, improves quality of sleep, effects of stress, improves the skin. Athletic performance and recovery is a huge one. Let's take a look at that a bit closer. So in order to get maximum performance output and recovery, you have to have enough glutathione in your body to be able to regenerate the energy so that you can go back out there and duplicate that same thing over and over again. If you're getting older every 10 years and you work out on a regular basis, or you go walking on a regular basis, or you go to the gym on a regular basis, or you cycle, you are losing your glutathione stores. So you're losing your natural protection system in your body. So it makes sense that we want to do things to increase our levels. And we know that some of our world championships have been using glutathione. With our first generation, if you have a look on the left, we sponsored Jarko Silla, our world boxing champion. That was in Papua New Guinea. And to the right, our very, very own Australia's Sylvia Sharper, who won the world title in 2018 just recently. So professional athletes love this because what I'm about to tell you with what Provizion GSH does is raise our glutathione levels. And let's have a look. So glutathione, antioxidant in every cell, the main detoxifier of the cell, protector of the immune cell, and a fighter of cellular inflammation. If you have a look at the image and you look at the immune cell's job is to get rid of anything that's foreign that comes into the body that shouldn't be there. And what does the immune cell rely on? It relies on glutathione as its fuel source. And if you don't have enough in there, then the immune cell cannot do its job. So how have we been raising glutathione levels previously in the past before our revolutionary product? So in the past, traditionally, practitioners have been recommending glutathione powder, a straight glutathione powder you could buy over the counter, which was around for a long time, but unfortunately, the evidence and the research showed that if you did that, the molecules were too big to enter into the body, into the blood, or even into the cell. So it would just get destroyed in the stomach immediately. So that wasn't an effective way of raising glutathione levels. You could get an injection of glutathione, which Definitely had some benefits, but it would cost about $300 to $400 every time you did it, and it would only remain in the blood, wasn't intracellular. The molecules were too big for intracellular. And there's a few other ways. You could swim in ice cold water that would raise levels by 20 to 25%. That's why some of those people all over around the world that would jump in freezing cold water because they felt invigorated. It's also why a lot of our professional athletes would take a cold ice bath and sit in the ice to recover faster, and that would help them. They would raise levels by 20 to 25%. Undenatured whey protein, lipoic acid, milk thistle, liposomal GSH or glutathione would raise levels by 40%, SAMI by 50%. N-acetylcysteine or NAC would raise levels by 85%. That was the preferred method for practitioners to use. They would have to take a high dose of about 8,000 milligrams. The first generation formula that we had, GSH, proved to raise levels by 276% in the double-blind studies, and all the studies absolutely supported that. And now we have a brand new technology, the new advanced formula that Provizion Global has brought to market, called Provizion GSH Plus. The technology is profound. Not only do we have the precursors like the first generation, but in this technology we have 5 added benefits. But I'd like to talk to you about the reduced L-glutathione and S-acetylglutathione, which has the ability to penetrate the stomach, right through the stomach wall and straight into the bloodstream. So you're getting an immediate effect of glutathione the moment you take it. Within 20 minutes, it's working. So it's quite a profound formula. I'd like to talk to you about some of the other ingredients that we have in there. But first I'd like to explain what the antioxidant hierarchy of antioxidants is required in our system that's very important, that we lose as we get older. So the first one on the top, if you have a look, it's called SOD, superoxide dismutase, which is the master switch and a very important enzyme. And this enzyme is responsible for everything else below it. So if we haven't got that working, it's hard to get the rest working optimally. So we do have SOD in the formula, which is quite profound. A lot of studies, thousands of studies on the Public Medical Library. Underneath that we have the catalase enzyme, the glutathione peroxidase, and then glutathione. Now glutathione is the bridge. We must have enough glutathione in our levels, in our body, because all of our vitamins and minerals, all of our nutrition works through that channel. So if our glutathione levels are at optimum levels, then everything else below it is working properly. And since we've got the SOD working in our formula, we've got the whole balance of everything we need for our body to access everything it needs and make sure that all the pathways have been activated and working correctly. Now, SOD also takes care of a very bad free radical, which glutathione doesn't, so we had to have it in the formula so that we've taken care of all the free radical damage. I'll go into detail about that in a moment. But have a look at the little box on the left. To prevent cell damage and catalytic effect, one molecule of antioxidant enzyme neutralizes millions of free radicals per second. That is how important it is to have it in our system. It is doing its job every millisecond of the day. Every single second it is protecting your natural defense system. So it's very, very important that we support it. And people say to me, Anna, what should I be taking? Well, you better be taking something that has the top 3, 4 enzymes in your body that's been taken care of, because that is your natural line of defense. You need to take care of it. It's the first line of defense. If you take care of that, everything else will be taken care of in your diet. So let's take a look at the free radicals and what happens. So we're talking about what causes glutathione depletion. I mentioned before, infection, aging, poor diet, drugs, stress, pollution, injury, and radiation all leads to what we call free radical damage, which causes oxidative stress in the body, which causes a toxic buildup, leading to the depletion of glutathione, which leads to cell death, the very thing we are trying to avoid. So would you invest in Provizion Global? Well, I'd like to talk to you. If somebody came to you and said, I've got a company that I know is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company because of the timing, because of what this product does and the timing of what's happening in the world right now, and I'm telling you that this company is called Apple, and you say, what's the product? Oh, the computers, we've already got something, and I don't think people are going to go for that, and you don't invest. And if you were to look back, you'd absolutely be mortified at what's happened to that company that's gone. I mean, I don't even know how much it's gone, but it is doing enormous amounts of money. So you would have regretted it. So I'm asking people to take a closer look of what Provizion Global has to offer as a business and the product that we're bringing to market. So would you invest? Absolutely. What is your investment? Well, let's take a look. It's free to register. You get a free website, so it's totally up to you. But the more you invest, the more return you get. And let's take a closer look at that. It's very important to understand that if I'm going to look at an opportunity of a business right now that has to be in some way or another digital, because at the moment that's the way the world is heading. So we've got to jump on board. What products can I market? Why would I choose it? What is my risk? Well, it's free to register. I get a free website, and I can immediately market this to my network, and if it leads to a purchase, the company pays me by the end of the week. Would I invest, and how much would I invest? So, Anna, do I buy 2 bottles? Do I buy 12 bottles? Well, if you're just looking at taking this product as a customer and you're not really interested in working or being involved in a new business, then you would only, of course, have a bottle for yourself and your partner. But if you're looking at this business seriously, a minimum investment of 12 bottles is what we highly recommend, because along with that comes all of your training, which comes for free. So you need to take a product for you and your partner, and you need to have 10 bottles so that we can market those bottles and launch your business. So I would like to say thank you for joining us, but our mission is to reach 1 million people and help them with financial stresses and physically empower them. And we encourage you to speak to the person who invited you to have a look at this information. And please have a look at our company video. We have a health video and a company video, and I would encourage you to investigate. Thank you very much for your time. Bye for now.